It is going to be Strike, the first map. Fantastic map. It's always the one we want to see. So CMstorm, they obviously are joint with Phantasmagoria for this top of this group. So I'm assuming they are, actually. I haven't looked. That's a little bit of an assumption that I just made right there. Hopefully someone will look somewhere, but nevertheless, let's just go anyway. So Enrio picking up a kill there, and Jermaine as well, taking an LRM. CTAS goes down, and well, CMstorm suddenly under pressure. And remember, we saw Phantasmagoria on this map earlier on Strike, and they were fantastic. I think it was 13-4 in the end. Absolutely blitzed through the opposition. Enrio there, it is a race for frags. Yeah, and Enrio, I think, won it.
So basically, the race for frags currently is just due to the fact we said whoever gets the lowest frags from Phantasmagoria will be joining us for an interview afterwards. So make sure you stay tuned for that one, because we'll be ribbing them thoroughly for their failure. So Rick now peeking towards B, does spot a player going there, but doesn't manage to land the shots. The switch across to the SMGs. Tubi now darting down B Street, does make his way into the B shop, so pretty much uncontested so far, trying to eliminate anywhere the possible defending side may be. So working away, Zabza doing just the same, dropping down Seku with a nice little shot straight across the map. So now joined with Enrio aside him, the Mead brothers will begin the assault onto B, I can imagine. Enrio dropping across, trying to draw out the fire, does do just that. CTAS now will be under severe pressure, I can imagine. Age raining in around Tubi, putting the pressure onto the ATCM side. Captain Rick, though, takes a stand, takes down two as well. Aslan drops down Jermaine. It's all on Zabza and Tubi. Zabza split towards A. Tubi does get the shot onto LRM. Get my words out, Tubi trying to rattle off some deagle shots towards A, but he's being punished for even trying to peek. As now Zabza has to go to work. Where is Zabza? He's peeking towards A. He's trying to alleviate the pressure from Tubi, but it's not happening. It's not coming up good. CTAS on the push. He's trying to go down Zabza. Is he going to spot him? No, he's got to sit back. He knows where the bomb is. There's no need to overextend yourself, CTAS. You've got this if you play this correctly. So switching across to Zabza now, picking up the bomb at the best time. Somehow avoiding the eyesight of CTAS. Now making his way into the B-shop, into the mid-shop season with Tubi alongside him. There we go. Beautiful frag onto CTAS, working together as a perfect team. 2-on-2, clock ticking, 24 seconds. Tubi landing the deagle onto Captain Rick. And now Tubi steps up when it matters with such a disadvantage, but they worked it down together perfectly. So really well played to the Merc for stepping into the team.
So who's your money on? Who's going to be the lowest fragger? Now, we have to add it across the board as well, don't we?
I can't do this. I can't do that. I cannot judge them.
I'm going to say it's going to be Vey.
You're doubting Vey?
No, I don't doubt him. But like he said he only really pulls out the big frags when it really counts. And at the moment, he doesn't need to, because the team are just ploughing through them at the moment. It is gone 3v3, though. And CTAS does take down Jermaine. Aslan was dropped again, but Zabza onto Captain Rick. Captain Rick had a fantastic performance earlier on against Hijinks, but as it is at the moment, they are going to try and get the bomb plant in. LRM is the last man standing, and Vey will get the bomb plant down. And now LRM is the man hunted by the entire Phantasmagoria. He has one just ahead of him, and it's Enrio. How's it standing? How's it standing? You see.
Yeah, but I think Zabza's going to be almost cut out of this game. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say with the likes of Enrio with a front spawn like this, and Tubi, they're going to mop up all the frags where he has even a chance to peek. So now Enrio front spawn behind him. Let's see if he can utilize it as best he can. So going towards the camp push, feeling aggressive, feeling confident. Let's see if there's any smoke landing to help him out, get into A. And there isn't. The smoke has failed. He's got to be careful, and he gets punished. Aslan taking down Enrio for being so aggressive and pushing almost too far. CTAS, though, from mid-shops takes down one. That was Vey, the man that D-Man does doubt. Tubi with a reply onto Aslan. But there we go. Seku stepping up to the plate, taking down Tubi. Now 2v4. Zabza and Tubi. Can they go huge again? That is the question. Zabza towards Caf. Jermaine alongside. Overlay bug just killing me a touch. So now Zabza peeking in. Carefully taking every inch he can without overly extending himself, but there we go. LRM takes down his only last team, but there we are. Does reply onto Seku, somehow managing to stay alive, and I'm not even too sure how. There's 3 more to find, and a bit of a task for anyone. Getting tagged up, he's going to be darting out of Cap now, and there we go. Boosted almost from the opposing side. Spots one towards Underlook, gets out that scope. Doesn't manage to connect any shots here. Now towards front A, spots another. Darts in, darts out. Peeking carefully, does land the shot into LRM somehow. Can't follow onto CTAS, but wow, what a start there from Zabza. He almost got it done. Yeah, absolutely. Zabza's been playing. I thought the first few games he actually played brilliantly, so it doesn't surprise me to see him at top of the scoreboard right now. Captain Rick, though, did manage to pull it through when it counted for CMstorm. Can he do it again? He can, on to Zabza's beautiful shot there through the smoke. It was more a case of prediction. He knew someone was going there, and Jen just thought, let's just rattle one off and see how we get away with it. LRM was tagged up heavily there. Didn't see what by. CQ's got himself in towards the A statue. 3-1 the score currently. Phantasmagoria on the attack. And this is obviously for a place to top the group. Topping the group's an important thing. You don't want to come against some other reasonably decent seed
as you were to get through. There's only 4 groups, so I can only assume it's the 4 main seeds that are in there. Otherwise you want to avoid, you don't want to suddenly drop a game and face them. I don't know who actually they would face out of this. It'd be something we'd have to look at the playoffs, but I don't even think the playoff brackets have even been released of position-wise, so they can't really try and fix anything to say we don't want that team, we want this one. Which is not bad, which is what usually happens when games are generally played all at the same time in the last group stage. Nice frag there. CTAS onto Tubi. 3-on-3. Jermaine is still out there somewhere. And CQ does take down Vey. That's going to be over at A statue. We saw him there earlier on. CTAS I'm sticking with at the moment. Actually not, because he's going to go looking for kills that isn't there. Jermaine, though, has gone very aggressive. He's got one on the street, just straight behind him, open. And then Rio takes down Captain Rick.
We have a fan.
You know, I realised my fan was actually getting a lot better. We actually have a fanboy. It is Eros. Literally a fanboy holding a fan in his hand. And Rio, he's got one ahead. Oh, it's been flashed up. He might miss it. Just actually takes a shot. Just CQ does take him down. It's 3-2. The CMstorm, after a 3-0 deficit, have started to claw their way back in it.
Yeah, they're definitely not going down without a fight. They're pulling back the rounds now and they're stepping up into gear. So now the A push once again coming out from the Phantasmagoria side. Zabza does drop out a nade himself, and the smoke does line up another. Here we go. Trying to stop that A push happening, but Enrio over the wall. But Aslan plus 10, Jermaine and Enrio down and out. Vey trying to take up the mantle, can't do so. Tubi's there just before him. 3v3, Aslan takes another down. Can he continue the pace? No. Vey denying any chance of that. Vey and Zabza up against Captain Rick and LRM. Bomb going down. They desperately trying to cover him, but the nades are raining in, but somehow Zabza manages to dart away just in time. Rattles off a shot. Captain Rick towards A. He's expecting a rotate that isn't happening. They're hunkering down in A. They're not allowing themselves to peek too much. Zabza now under pressure towards A. He's on the bomb. He's got to be careful. There's a player just to his right. Vey just beside him. Can Vey help him stop this push? Let's find out. Vey desperately trying not to overly big. Gets the first tag and the frag onto LRM. And now one man stands. It's all on Captain Rick to bring this bomb site back into the hands of CMstorm. So now darting himself towards A, propelling himself over the sandbags. But there we go, Zabza leaping out behind the wall, securing another round on the board for Phantasmagoria. Scoreline's 4-2 currently.
Yeah, indeed. So they're not too sure which way to go at the moment. CQ got himself in a good position, but he got shut down fairly early on there. Couldn't quite get in there. It's really the A side that they've actually been pushing as well.
Yeah.
So let's see CQ again, not being able to get in that position. Captain Rick scoping. Oh, got a glimpse of someone flashing past, and Rio does take down Aslan. Zabza's actually moved himself in towards the B mid. Works his way around. Grenade goes out. That went straight towards Captain Rick. Nothing landed though. Let's have a look towards Tubes. Tubes goes down straight away. LRM taking him down. Vey's trying to pick up a kill. It would be his first. Oh, sorry, that's been a bit harsh. His third kill of the game. I'm telling you. The SMGs are stealing the thunder at the moment.
Very true.
That's all it is. Nothing to do with the player himself. CTAS has one just around the backside. It was Zabza who's got himself complete. How the hell did he get around the back there so quick? He was back at B a minute ago. We haven't been keeping track of him. Now he's in the A site and he's planting the bomb. Zabza covering the entire map all around the back. Complete rotation. And now in full defense. CQ, where are you going? Comes around, gets his glimpse of one by the car. Was Vey, gets her on in the garage. View beautifully done. Jermaine goes down. Zabza now, last man standing. He is in this corner house. Oh, well, there's the shot onto CQ. She's got 2 more to go. Oh, the grenade's rattling in. He's trying to get out of the way, but it switches to SMG. He's got Captain Rick and LRM coming in at him. LRM will have an AK-47. Actually, I tell a lie. He switched to an SMG. And that was a defuse. And wow, 4-3. It's actually getting a bit closer.
Yeah, I'm sure Phantasmagoria are thinking maybe we should have taken that break and actually recouped a touch, because this is a little bit closer than I think they imagined. So Captain Rick there almost just doing some real damage, but he did secure the round at the end. So now picking up with Captain Rick, going for the peak across the whole street.
My favourite name, by the way.
Yeah, well, Captain Rick.
Captain Rick.
It's to the point, but there's a
I'm
B
loving
push
Captain
happening.
Rick.
So Tubi now on the aggression towards B. Smoke in front of him, just limiting what he can see and what he can do. He doesn't want to overly extend himself once again. It's about being cautious. It's about not overly doing things. You've got to be careful. Every single peak matters. And Rio in tow, just following around behind, trying to draw out the frags, draw out the fire. There's a player just around this corner. He's got an inkling. He's there. Jermaine gets the first onto CTAS. Nevertheless, it's now advantage to Phantasmagoria early on even. Seku taking down Jermaine in reply. All even 4v4. Now here comes the B push. Can they take down the play? Then Rio's right next to him. Does get the shot onto LRM somehow after almost fluffing that perfectly. But Vey with another onto Captain Rick. The range element now down and out. Tubi with a second onto Aslan. Seku now in a world of trouble. 4 players literally surrounding him. Gets the first onto Enrio, who's just to his right. Can he continue this up? 1 in front, does get the tag, but not the frag. There we go, Vey to put him out of his misery. But wow, what a round from Phantasmagoria. Those B pushes are really paying off so far.
Yeah, Vey takes the kills when it counts. I just thought, look at Captain Rick again, yeah?
You like Captain
Yeah,
I do. I like his name.
I was there with Vey, but you told me to go Captain Rick, so that's fine.
It's a habit. Okay, mock me.
Captain Rick is missing everything, so we're going to switch to Zabza because he's not there. Oh, and Zabza straight away onto Arslan. As soon as you switch to him, gets that grenade. Tubi as well, making his move through. Jermaine is going aggressive. Can he work his way through house? He's going a little bit too slow for my liking now. Seku seems to be making the frags, and there is Captain Rick. Jermaine does manage to take down LRM. Zabza dashing through. He wants some more kills. Tosses out the smoke. Covers out the second floor. He didn't want to do the downstairs. Oh, and he comes around. Zabza misses the shot, and Captain Rick makes him pay. Jermaine now last man standing for Phantasmagoria. This is going to go 5-4. Can he make it 6-3? It's going to be a close one. Captain Rick is just there. Easy shot. And it is all on Seku. Seku, I think, top fragger currently. Yes, he is. 4 CMstorm, both top fraggers now. Jermaine versus Seku. Jermaine needs to get that bomb. Seku needs to play this one cleverly. He doesn't want to go looking for the frags. He's against Jermaine. Jermaine has been around a long time in this game. He is a wily old cat up in that house in his pink shirt. Oh, but Seku's going to catch him in the backside, and he does. And that, well, I'm not too sure what Jermaine was doing. He got kind of caught up in the doorway, and that was an easy kill in the end for Seku.
Yeah, and I can imagine we're going to see another B push coming out from Phantasmagoria with these spawns especially, and see if they can secure around this time. They seem to be really grinding to a halt as soon as they get towards A. It seems, well, B even, but they seem to be going for a bit more of a split. Tubi now taking out himself out, B-Link spots one through the smoke, gets the frag onto CTaz, continuing up the pace, re-smoking the street to allow himself to peek freely from front A. Now onto the ASO, he does almost get the shot onto Seku, but he's there, he's too good right now. Seku cannot be stopped. Vey covering Enrio just amongst the wolves. Gets the first onto Seku. Aslan taking down his only last standing teammate almost. And there we go. Enrio with the reply. Zabza with the nade onto Captain Rick. But there we go. Jermaine just mopping up the remains of what was CMstorm. But that round, see, as soon as they really dedicate themselves towards the site and they don't slow down, they don't overly think things, they do seem to just steamroll through. But it seems to be an issue right now for the Phantasmagoria side.
It's an issue for Vey right now at the moment as well.
You're mean!
Hey, I pointed it out, that's all it is. He's going to be making personally the man that's come for an interview. Whoever gets the lowest frag will come for an interview. That's that's the rule. That is the rule. And at the moment, LRM is trying to make sure he can pin one down. Can't see who it is. Aslan does take down Tubi. Vey goes big though. Gets a double. Rick and Aslan goes down. And Rio on Seku. And LRM suddenly the last man standing. Has to back away massively. Takes down Enrio. Spins back around. Tries to look towards the side. He leaves himself massively exposed. And wisely backs away. He's got to get him towards the A site. They realise exactly where he is. Because he just took down Enrio right there. He's going to hop around the backside. Catches a glimpse. He peeks down the street. He's looking. He's got one just to the left-hand side. Now he realises it, gets in a good position by the tree, but that's going to force him to run straight towards A, which is exactly where Vey was rating, and picks up 3 for the round, and now Tubi might be in trouble. Yeah,
the pressure now onto Tubi. I'm tempted to pick it up with him and see if he can step up and really extend his frag difference so far, but I feel like seeing what the SMG's 4 CMstorm are coming up with, because Seku is doing so well late round, but I want to see what he's up to early round. He does make his way into A. Don't know if he's going to come into much action early on, but he does drop out a nade for himself, and you can see the Phantasmagoria are favouring this kind of street to B split. So now Tubi under pressure from the petrol station, but LRM does land the frag, so he's surely shaking in his boots in case Vey does step up to the matter, but he can't do it. LRM once again landing the shot onto Vey, and we're trying to make the odds towards A now. Trying to land that nade onto Statue, doesn't manage to take anyone down though. So now he's got to rotate, he's got to think, where have they gone, where are they pushing, and this one just in front of him. Will he get the shot onto Seku? Yes, he does. Aslan with the reply, nevertheless, onto Jermaine. 3v2, make it 2v2. Zabza somehow claws back a frag onto LRM, the danger man of this round. Now Aslan and Captain Rick up against Enrio and Zabza. So Zabza is towards the B side, bomb to hand. He's watching the cross, trying to allow Enrio to get the rotate. And he's going to do just that, careful of the nade that Zabza's just thrown. But he catches the scope, making his way on the rotate. It's already happened. Captain Rick is there and awaiting the team. So now where is Captain Rick after he's off to spawn? But there we go, Zabza is getting that bomb down straight into B. Can Captain Rick do the damage? No, he can't. And Rio somehow going to spawn house so quickly there. Straight into the headshot onto Rick. So now Aslan has to go huge. 1v2, 38 seconds on the board. Aslan in that B alley area, and Rio just behind him, and Rio's there. And they're, well, 8-4. So you can see how comfortable so far Phantasmagoria are, but they seem to be shaking in a couple of rounds. It's not been such a whitewash of rounds for them.
Not been a complete whitewash, but
no, definitely not.
CMstorm were very strong in this map. I think we covered them on this map earlier. I might be wrong. I think I'm wrong with that one. I'm not too sure. I can't remember what maps we covered them on now. It's been quite a few games.
Quite a big day.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you can keep up.
Oh, I know. It's hard to do so many hours casting. Sometimes you just got to keep going though.
Yeah.
You know, hacking on. I feel actually it's pretty short group stage. There's only like four, 5, 6 groups games. Not a great deal, to be honest. Not the days of CIC when you're there for God knows how long with about 5. Well, actually, no. I think it was 12 groups. I think at the end.
Ow.
12 groups, 4 groups played at a time. So it was 4 groups. All played, then back to back. So yeah, it went through the whole day. It was a long day. They only had so many computers.
Required, I can imagine.
It was a lot of stamina required, and the voice kind of died, to be honest. Only after a few days though, but it's all good. Nevertheless, we are live in this one, and you can see it's down to a 4-on-4 as I waffle through. Vay does manage to take down CTAS, and Rio, the only man down for Phantasmagoria right now. Standing in, Aslan with the bomb. He's going to try and make his way up street. Is he going to turn to the left? He hasn't really. He's having to be the aggressor here. And immediately dashes across. Catches a glimpse of one. He takes down Vay. Immediately pops up onto the garage. Picks across. No one there. So is he going to go towards B? Or is he going to continue on that path in towards A? Seeing the fire drawn out. Catches a glimpse. Zabza does take down CQ though. Got a glimpse, it was Jermaine actually he tagged up. Didn't quite take him down though. Smoke goes down. Is he going to take the opportunity to dash across? But there's one in just to the left-hand side. And I think Tubi's just give his position away. Yes, he has. He took down Captain Rick, but Tubi was there again with the deagle. And it's 9-4. A good round for Phantasmagoria.
Yeah, and Vay better get himself ready to have a nice little chat with us, it seems so far. Now, Captain Rick with a nice spawn, allowing himself to go for any peek he frees that he feels like onto strike. So going towards B. Doesn't want to go for the initial peek onto Zabza. He's feeling like he wants to help his team out a bit more. Have a little peek into B, possibly. Deagle out. No one pushing, though. So switching across. There we go. Finally spot Zabza after all that toil and work. So now, here we go. Chubi on the push. Out of does spot Aslan there. Takes him down in Rio. One for himself. Then, Chubi 180s around, but can't manage to connect the shots. But there we go. Enrio will onto CTAS. 3v2 advantage to Phantasmagoria, but not for long, as LRM does manage to land a deagle shot onto the other Mead brother. So now Captain Rick towards spawn, trying to retrieve that bomb to assault one of the bomb sites, but how long will that take? We don't know. So Jermaine towards B, LRM in mid shops. Captain Rick on towards CAF to try and just find out where everybody is. It's actually Vay and Jermaine, excuse the overlay. So now Vay trying to watch the street. Jermaine on the rotate round from B, trying to lock down front A as best he can, but he's not managing to spot the players so far. Captain Rick cautiously trying to get himself into A, but there's no one there to stop him so far. But obviously he doesn't know that, so every corner is being peeked and every inch is being checked. So now Bomb not too far behind him, but are they allowing a little too much time here? Are they taking their sweet time and allowing Phantasmagoria to rotate through? I think they are. Jermaine now made his way through spawn. He's eliminated the complete threat from B. And now that bomb's got to be going towards A. Here we go. Rick letting off a few shots, allowing himself to make sure there's no one just hiding amongst them. But now it's all kicking off as Vay gets the first onto LRM, and it's all on Captain Rick. They took too long. They were too comfortable. He lands a shot onto Jermaine, but can't follow it up against himself. Caught, and Vay's there. 4-10 is your scoreline so far. But he took his time. He took his damn sweet time on that one, didn't he? Jesus.
Yeah, it's harsh when the scope lands the shot like that, and it just doesn't kill them. It's just like, come on, seriously, give me AWP power. They get it in CS. It's just not fair. But CTAS going to make his way across. Nobody going down to the opening grenade frags as I say that to drop. Captain Rick takes take of Vay. Aslan also goes down. CTAS looking across. Captain Rick has been dropped by Zabza. Scope on scope. Jermaine takes down CQ, and suddenly CMstorm are up against it here in a 4-on-2. LRM with the bomb. They don't seem to really know have any cohesion really what's going on, and they're just getting absolutely picked apart. And it's 11-4. Very aggressive stuff from Phantasmagoria there.
Yeah, that attacking round looked very disjointed. They didn't know where they were going, and they got picked to pieces, as you said. So picking up here with the other SMG, that is Seku on the attacking side, going for a bit of a split now, because they got so pushed from street. They got so much pressure on them. I thought he'd go for Link just to try and help him out a bit, but he's actually going by B by himself. But Aslan nevertheless gets the first nade onto Chubi, giving the initial advantage straight away to the CMstorm. But there we go, Seku mops up the frag onto Enrio. Jermaine finally takes a stand for Phantasmagoria, but is it too little too late? They're a player down, but Vey claws one back to make it all even. There we go, Captain Rick landing the shot onto Jermaine, his, well-renowned, little peek into mid-shops. So now we have two people standing, Vey and Zabza. The opposing scope still alive, but he messes up the jump, and Seku's there. He's there to watch him fail and punish him for it. Vey now 1v3. Aslan tagged up heavily, but doesn't go down, and Seku from the rear does manage to land the headshot, and they're just extending the lead a little bit.
Yeah, so 11-5, and Phantasmagoria, plenty of time to close this one out. Here is Jermaine going to go. Zabza's going to hop on stairs, try and take a peek. Jermaine puts the nades out, doesn't want any pushes on B, and there is Captain Rick going down. Aslan does get the grenade on Chubi, who went aggressive early, and Jermaine has to go prone, spots someone coming up B. Oh, tracer fire, and there is, it was LRM round there. He knew someone was there, didn't realise he'd been spotted though. So Vey gets himself in a defensive spot, and Rio, meanwhile, rotating round. Is he going to go towards B bins? No, he's not. He's going to head back round towards spawn. Let's go across to Zabza. Zabza taking a peek across. There's Seku. Seku had taken down Enrio, actually, who just pinned around. There goes the smoke out. Oh, and Zabza makes this miss of the shot there. Had it tracked, and then I think it was a case of the player stopping behind the car more than anything. He was trying to go predictive. Didn't quite work out for them. Vey takes a couple of shots across. Didn't see who it was against, though. And that is going to be Zabza down now. So Vey's got to go huge here. This could be the count, the kills he needs. But he's not going to get them. No. That was his chance.
That was his
moment.
This is my greatest. I'm not going to do that.
Oh, yes.
I'm not going to do that. It's not going to happen right now. So picking up here. Let's pick up with Chubi, because he's been a little bit quieter than usual. He's almost at the bottom of the scoreboard, man. So he's got to pick it up. The A push is coming in thick and fast towards him. This is his time to shine, or his moment, as we say. Stand out, make his way towards Setu. There's two players already in the smokes out. He knows they're there, but CTaz knows where he was. CTaz again onto Vey. Vey and Chubi down and out. The bottom fraggers from Phantasmagoria punished beyond belief. And you're trying to land some shots towards that overlook area. Nothing coming to the good. Does get tagged up for himself. So now CTaz once again locking down this bin area. Zabza to land the nade onto Aslan, but it's too little too late. That bomb is down, and it is taking 2v2. Captain Rick and CTaz have to hold off the ever-encroaching forces of Jermaine and Enrio. Nevertheless, Jermaine does land the shot onto Captain Rick. CTaz replies and shuts him down in return. So now CTaz has to be careful. Enrio's just behind him. He's got to be so cautious. Every single peek matters now. He can't waste a moment. And there's Enrio with the deagle ringing out towards him. And a comfortable round win for Enrio. They're just securing it for his side to take them to match point, I believe.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't think Enrio needs to worry, that's for sure. He's been playing fantastically well. 19 frags.
Now this round might matter.
This round matters a lot. Chubi and Vey, keep your eye on those. Who will we have here on the screen? That's CMstorm. Oh, he's not going to get the defuse.
What? Are they trying to extend the time so someone
actually Did he fluff the defuse once?
He did. He let it go. He let it go. Wow. Chris and Rio Mead, what are you doing?
Oops. No, is that on purpose or not?
I don't know. Maybe he's trying to help his brother out.
I think might be trying to help his brother out. Chubi's like, this is a bit close here, guys.
Oh, Vey's down.
Oh, Vey is down. Chubi's got his chance. Let's see if he's going to go for it. Look how aggressive he's gone.
He's trying.
He was thinking of running into the spawn area there. He's like, I need kills, damn it. Where are my kills? Zabza's picking them all up at the moment, though. That's 2 for Zabza, 1 for Jermaine as well. And Chubi suddenly realises he's in the wrong spot. There's one on overlook. I'm going to have to try and get around that. He's not really in the right place. Oh, then gets a tag on towards LRM. Doesn't take him down, though. And again, he tries to peek. He's got one just coming around the side. There he is. That's one easy one for Captain Rick. And now it is... Actually, Captain Rick got the kill as well, just as he went off there. Aslan now last man standing. Chubi's going to be coming around the corner. Gets tagged up pretty heavily. Aslan took a couple of shots himself, though. And I don't think Chubi wants to go too aggressive here. Oh, yes, he does. You can see there's people coming up the street. It's Jermaine, and Jermaine stealing the day. Jermaine is well ahead, and now it is all on Vey.
Yeah, let's give Vey this round. Let's see if he can step up when it matters. Otherwise, he's very likely to be sitting next to us rather soon. So now Vey with the AK making his way towards A to support Chubi. Maybe he's going to team kill him, I would. Does drop out the nade. Now has to be cautious and drop down to a nade that landed just where he was there. Now, does exactly the same. They get in the interview room right now. We need to have a word. CTAS nevertheless pick up the frag onto Jermaine. The danger man down and out, but Chubi stepping up now. Chubi is in his element. Chubi gets the tag onto the player just in front of him. Aslan does somehow shut him down. LRM onto Enrio. Maybe they shouldn't allow them to have that defuse. It's getting a little bit close. Now it's all on Zabza. Made his way to Garage somehow. Players in front of him, left, right, and center, and they're all lined up. He can't land a single one. 8-12 is your scoreline.
Wow, so they're clawing into it. Can they pick any more up? Here is Vey once again.
Come on, Vey.
He's got 3 to do. I'm not sure he's going to quite do it. He's got to clutch it. He's got to clutch it. He's got to go big. Grenade goes out. That's what he wants to land. He doesn't want to stand next to this tree again. Oh, he did. Because Enrio and Jermaine went down this time. He avoided. And Vey now into the A site. He's having to go prone and just hide and run for cover. Not that exciting to watch, I've got to be honest. Chubi has gone down though. And this could be his moment. This is his moment. I can sense it. There's one.
There's the first.
Switches across. Can he get the second? Can't make it count. Has to move across. Has to just position. Gets taken down though by CTAS with that deagle. And now Zabza is the last man standing. Where is he? There's Captain Riggett. Zabza, I'm after. Oh, there's one down. Can he get a second? Yes, he can. Can he get a third? Oh, he tags it up on towards the A statue. Couldn't quite manage to close it out, though. It was LRM that went peeking. Switches across to AK. Knows he's got a full clip ready and waiting. Waits for one to peek around that corner. Zabza could have this one, you know. This could be a 4-on-1 clutch.
Definitely.
One more peeking. Oh, it's just... He's not showing it, and this is clever play as well from LRM. Oh, but CTAS goes down. It's LRM versus Zabza now. He's actually switched back to the scope. He doesn't want to do that. He's hopping, he's bouncing. He wants him to show. Manages to peek him out there. Gets the glimpse. Zabza goes huge. And will he defuse? That's the question. Or is he going to close it out? It doesn't matter. He's not going to leave it. Look at that. 20 kills from 22 for Zabza. Going huge. And it is Vey that's required in here shortly. But what we'll see. Is it going to be between games, or are we going to add them up?
Take into both maps. If someone, substantially, Enrio's comfy, look, he's happy, he's smiling.
We're going to have to know the scores. We've got to know the scores. Vey and Chubi, they're the ones to watch. 15 and 13.
Look how unhappy Enrio is. Like, I'm not getting an interview. Screw this, guys.
Yeah,
no worries.
It's a complete contrast of Blackmane, isn't it?
Exactly.
Right there.
The Blackmane grin of 1 second disappearing and vanishing.
Yeah.